So the 10 days of tshuvah are coming, starting always in Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year, and ending in Yom Kipur. Yom Kippurim? What is so special about these days? You know, the word Shana in Hebrew, it's from the word shoneh. Shoneh, sheni, shaneh, leshanen, which means repeating, which means another cycle start. There is a saying in Hebrew, ta'ut lo'olam chozeret, which means a mistake always coming back again. Like a person that has a pattern to doing something wrong, and it's doing it again and again and again. Why? Because every time that we about to do something wrong, we have an opportunity to fix it. So what it is, the whole creation was to give us the opportunity to do the tikkun ourselves. We coming to this world because here in this world we can do kilkul, which is to destroy it, or to letaken, to build, to correct. That's what it is. So basically, the mistakes are coming back not because it's like whatever explanation with our second nature, etc., which is also an explanation, but this is not the deeper explanation. The deeper explanation is to give us the ability to do tikkun, to do correction, to build ourselves. Now it's very interesting because the word Shana, it's numerology 355. And we know in the year, when we look at the year of the sun, it's 365 days. There is 10 days difference. These 10 days are the 10 days of tshuvah between Rosh Hashanah and the Yom Kippurim, which means there are days that are above the Shana. They are the Rosh Hashanah. They are in the head of it. They are the one that creating the whole year. We're building the whole year. It's like the time where we program. After we program, we're sealing the connection in Yom Kippurim. Then the program starts. What is the program? The program we know, it's every year we have another program so we can achieve tikkun. We have the program, what will happen, the ups and downs, someone will be alive, someone will not, some will be rich, some will be poor, all the good things, the bad things that we're going through, everything is decided according to whatever life that we need to experience in order to do the tikkun. Like when a person reincarnates again, giving the family that he needs, the attributes that he inherits genetically and all the rest that he needs to have from his surrounding in order to achieve the tikkun. This is the best scenario for him. In the same way exactly, we have the program for the year that's happening. When it's happening in these 10 days. So there is one very, very special thing that's happening here, that it's all open. It's like we can do different plans. You can have a house of 20 storage or 10 or 5. You can build, you can change things. The biggest opportunity of real changes, it's in these days, which is the biggest opportunity of what we call yir'ah. Yir'ah, it's the only choice. It's the source of restriction. When we realize that there is light in this world, when we realize that everything is good, and then we don't think about ourselves, we restrict the reactive nature and all the rest of the things that we explained. This is the day of changing. We can change in every day because in every day there is a mini Rosh Hashanah or mini 10 days of tshuvah. But this is the actual days of tshuvah, the actual day of transformation, where we can reconnect tashuv, hey, tshuvah means tashuv, hey, reconnect with the source, which means that the hey, the desire, reconnect with the source, that we reconnect ourselves with the purpose. So somehow we can do things automatically, not like a Libra that don't know what to decide because he has doubts. Should I do it or not? I see the good, I see the bad, where should I go? When you connect with the wisdom of the light, the connection, when the hay is connected with the Yud Kevavke, with all the rest, you connect with the tree of life, you just know what to do. You're connected. You're already there. So what it is basically all about, it's the days that we can build ourselves. So every day there is something else to do. The major thing is the shofar in Rosh Hashanah is the major tool, and Yom Kippurim, which is basically the fasting and all the rest of the things, and the five prayers, etc. But even in these 10 days, also, the day before Yom Kippur, we're doing the kaparot, for those that know what to do. It's a special way to remove judgment. Every day of these 10 days, it's a huge opportunity to change. We cannot go to these days without preparing ourselves. Preparing ourselves means what? Tshuvah. We need to, first of all, make a list of the things that we feel that are needs to be changed in us, weaknesses inside of ourselves, the actions that I'm doing regularly that are wrong, all the different things. Even if I cannot change everything, it's good to make a big list. Eventually, we will deal with this as long that we're not like being in denial. We don't really think that nothing is wrong with us. So first of all, to have it ready for us. And then to start to choose things that I want to change. To say to myself, you know what, I really want to stop to do these things. And to try to connect with this. And the things that we know for sure that we can change, to start to make the process of changing. And the prayers is basically one of the biggest tools to change. Because when a person prays, expressing his desire. So when you pray, when you say, I want something, you really want something, you get it. So if we desire to change, and you ask to change, and you ask the strength to change, and you ask to see better what's wrong, and to ask the power to actually, regret and to commit, the strength to commit, a real commitment, not a fake commitment, which is very dangerous, then you get the energy to do that. Okay, so this is one of the tools, okay? To acknowledge everything, to be prepared before we come to the 10 days, and to pray for it all the time, before and after and while, in the time to pray for it. The second thing is, it's tzedakah. Tzedakah means that you give something that belongs to you that you don't have to give. It's not like taxes or someone that works for you that you need to pay for him. You're meant to pay him. It's to pay something. You need to do. You do something that is a gesture, that is beyond justice. Because the justice is that you don't pay, you don't give, you don't do. And even though it's not something that you feel that it's justified, that this person should work, he should do himself, you said, you know what, I go beyond my way of thinking about justice and I give to that person and I help. So to do anything that to do with tzedakah, take the tzedek, which is justice, and adding the hate to it, which means that you're saying you're doing it for the sake of sharing, that's a very big thing, because then you're removing the judgment about yourself. Like you not having judgment and you're going beyond it, also the light will treat you in the same way exactly. You give something and then you have to have it yourself first. So this is how it goes. So it's the second thing, which is in the world of actions, okay? And then there is what called the actual tshuvah itself that I mentioned before, which is basically to the ultimate goal is to commit not to do things anymore, or to commit to do something that is good. Okay, that's the general idea. But how to do it, I gave some other lessons about more practical things about that. But this is the time of tshuvah. It's the time to build. You want to do as much as you can. And when it comes, it goes very quickly, because Satan also knows that it's time to build. So we need to do everything possible to be prepared to commit, at least for these 10 days. Look, that we can do better. This is an amazing opportunity. All the best.